Good morning, everyone. I don't think I heard everybody. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I love that energy. Hi. Okay, so my name is Becca, and my pronouns are she and her. And I really just wanted to welcome everybody. I know some people have been here for years and years, and some people it might be your first time, so welcome to you. So I would like to first start by having us acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional territory of the Nyanska people, sometimes known by the name Osage. The descendants of the people who were forcibly removed from this land make up the Osage Nation. We acknowledge their continued struggle for justice. The chalice lighting words are Soul Fire by Anastasia Barash. As we light this flame of hope, let me start. The chalice lighter in the sanctuary is Eileen. We'll start there first, okay. As we light this flame of hope, may our congregation become a kaleidoscope of souls and people in the presence of this flame. In me, in you, and in us is an invitation to sit at the table. May we tend our soul fire through these challenging and trying times to open the hearts and minds of all who enter our doors. Thank you, Eileen.
Hello, I'm Laura. Our opening words are from Reverend Scott Taylor. In this space, carved out by our quiet connection, we give thanks for the many forms of love that have formed us. The love of family that brings us into being, allows us to bloom, and then sends us on our way with the reminder that we can return no matter what. The love of partnered hearts that teach us to trust and help us know that who we are does not end at the barrier of our own skin. The love of friends who help us feel seen and sing our song back to us when we cannot hear it with our ears alone. The love of community that bathes us in belonging and calls us to see the needs of others as our own. And the greatest love, the love that will not let us go, even in our fear, even in our failure, even when we are lonely or lost. Love invites us home. Friends, if we listen, it is doing so even today. Our song for the month of September is Come, Come, Whoever You Are. It's number 188 in the Gray Hymnal. I invite you now to rise in body or spirit to sing.
Given a tambourine, this is the time. This is the time. Not during the sermon. This is the time. Okay? And so you're just going to play it through once, and then we're going to sing it together. And then we'll start the round. Okay? I'll point to you when it's time to start. And then we'll all end together when I do this. Just keep going and keep going on that last line. Ready?
Hello. I'm Reverend Michelle Scott Huffman. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the minister here at First UU, and I'm not supposed to be talking right now. It's time for someone from RE, I think Anna, who's going to do our blessing of the backpacks piece. And I don't see Anna in the room. So I think if someone could go downstairs and get Anna, that would be great. In the meantime, know that as we do this blessing of the backpacks thing, it is a blessing of all of our backpacks, our bags, our briefcases, our pens and pencils, our hopes and dreams. All of those things are being blessed today. And so it might look like a thing that we're doing with kiddos at first, but it's really not. And everyone should leave this place today with our 2425 backpack tag, which you can't see from here, but it's very lovely. It says First UU with the website and a little UU logo, and then 2024-25, love at the center. And you're encouraged to carry that around on your keychain, on your backpack, or whatever it is. So be sure not to leave this place without one of those today. And also for the folks on Zoom, if you're able to put your name in the chat, just so we know to get one sent to you, then that would be great. And we will make sure everyone has one. And there's Anna.
Good morning. I was having so much fun downstairs that I lost track of time, but they came and got me. My name's Anna. I'm the mysterious RE coordinator email, if you've gotten that from me. Also the one downstairs, so come visit. Lots of kids down there. We were having a blast. But I'm going to share a piece today about coming together and thinking about our backpack blessings. Reverse a little bit there. Okay. All month long, we're exploring the practice of invitation, and our blessing of the backpacks is a perfect way to talk about how we invite renewal into our lives. Our reading today, Got Room for Love by Erica Hewitt, is all about that. We carry bags with us throughout the week for many reasons. If you have a bag with you, bring it onto your lap, get comfy with it. I forgot my bag downstairs. Here's my imaginary bag. Some of us take books and homework to school. Some of us bring our lunches to school or to work. Some of us take computers and other supplies to the places where we work. Some kids carry overnight bags from one parent's house to their other parent's house and back again. Some people bring things like books or yarn and knitting needles to places where they might need to wait patiently. And some people even have special bags for their dogs or cats or hamsters, I've seen a lot, and other animals. Now, you should have your bag in place. Are your bags already full of things? Do you imagine that it might get full one day? Or for this blessing, don't worry, we're not going to add things to your bag. We're going to add something a little different. It won't add any weight and it won't take up any room. Would any of you like to have some of our congregation's love to take with you to school, to work, or on your travels? If you feel love here on Sundays, wouldn't you like to know that our love is with you on other days? Let's do that. Are you ready? We're going to bundle up some of the love. Maybe it's in your front pocket. Maybe it's in your side pocket. Maybe it's from your neighbor's pocket. We've all got love to share. We're going to make a nice little pillow of love. I like to hold mine close to my heart. Right, are we ready? We're going to share our love. On the count of 3, we're going to throw it up. And with your bags, you have to catch it and gather it up, right? 1, 2, 3. catch it. I forgot my bag in my imaginary bag. All right, let's add some more things. Sometimes we get nervous when we go to school or work. Sometimes we wish we felt braver. I think it would be nice to know that our courage is with you on other days when you need it. Okay, so again, we're gonna gather up our courage, pat it into a bundle, and then gently toss it to somebody different. Just a gentle toss. Courage can be hard sometimes. Once or twice, maybe someone behind you. Got nobody. Right. There might be other things you want to gather in your bag, like peace or joy, maybe a little laughter. Not to weigh it down, just to lift it up a little bit. Your bag might not look any different or feel any different, but the next time you use your bag, I hope you'll remember that we've added our blessings. Remember that the spirit of life is with you at school, at work, at home. This congregation cares about what happens to you at school, at work, at home, all the places. If you need more love or courage, you can always ask for more. Right? If there are any people outside that need to go back downstairs with me, that's where I'm headed. Thank you.
Hello again. I'm back. Today, we celebrate water communion. Water communion is a beloved ingathering or homecoming ritual in this church and in Unitarian Universalism. Water communion was first celebrated in 1980 under the leadership of two UU women, Carolyn McDade and Lucille Shook Longview, who were asked to create a worship service for the Women and Religion Continental Convocation of Unitarian Universalists. As they shaped that service, McDade and Longview wanted to create a new ritual that spoke to our connectedness to one another, to the totality of life, and to our place on this planet. They included a new inclusive symbol of women's spirituality, water. They write, water is more than simply a metaphor. It is elemental and primary, calling forth feelings of awe and reverence, acknowledging that the ocean is considered by many to be the place from which all life on our planet came. It is the womb of life. And that amniotic waters surround each of us prenatally. We now realize that this worship service, as they wrote, was for us a new story of creation. We choose water as our symbol of empowerment. Today, as we celebrate water communion, we celebrate a new year of being community together, of bringing our strength, our gifts, our resources, and even our weary selves together to create a community of love, growth, and care each time we gather. It has been said that you can't step into the same river twice. And it is also true that we pouring from our personal vessels into a common bowl will never again create the same pool. But we pour our water today into a shared bowl in gratitude for the waters that have been poured in years past, in gratitude for the water of this gathered community today, in recognition of all that we bring with us here and now, and in hope for all the waters that will continue to flow through this community in the future. And so soon we will engage in this practice of water communion. And you will be invited as some music plays to come forward and to pour a bit of your water into this shared bowl. I have here my water, collected yesterday from the Niangua River, about 4 miles into my favorite 8-mile float. Whether your water is the water of an ocean, a river, a lake, a puddle, a garden hose, a kitchen tap, or the water bottle you're drinking out of right now, we invite you to pour a bit of it in this bowl up here as a symbol of your union with the rest of us. Together on this journey for however long we may travel together. For some of us, it may be this day that we journey together. And for others, we've been journeying together for some 50 or more years. Even if you didn't bring any water of your own today, you're welcome to come forward and to pour from one of the pitchers that are there. I want to invite you also to use the whiteboard, if you'd like, to write something about the meaning of your water or its origin or whatever it is that you'd like to share. If you are on Zoom, I would invite you as you virtually and mentally share your water with us to put in the chat where you're sharing your water or the meaning that it holds for you. All of these notes will be gathered up and shared with the community in this week's What's Up email so that you can see where all of our waters came from that we shared together in our common pool. We're going to have some special music playing as we do this ritual, and I want to invite John Prescott to come tell us about that music.
Thank you, Michelle. And thank you for inviting me to have this piece played for you. This piece came from an experience I had when I was in 2013 going through chemotherapy treatments. And because my case was not very severe, I had to, you hear okay? You hear? Okay, good. Okay, because my case was not very severe, I stayed a lot longer. And so I met a lot of people who were going through treatments as well, all of whom were going through a journey which was much more difficult than mine. And so this music was written to honor the courage of these people who were facing extremely difficult odds and the courage of everyone who goes through some kind of an issue that requires that resolve to make it through. So I was honored then when I retired last year to have the MSU Orchestra play this piece, and they played it in Carnegie Hall in New York, which is the video that you're going to see. And we actually have one of the orchestra members with us today. Aurora was in the violin section playing. So I was just honored, a great honor to have this piece played in that venue and then to bring it back and to share it here.
Thank you, John. So we're really excited to have as the backdrop for our water communion today, this special piece of music that John has shared with us. To the folks who are on Zoom, you will not see the video, but that will be shared with you when we share the rest of the information from water communion today, because we really want you to see your community members pouring water in the shared bowl that we share with you as well. So I just want to say one more thing, that John's sharing of this beautiful piece as a backdrop for our ritual is just one of the examples of the ways that our lives flow together. The moments that are hard and the moments that are beautiful and the moments that are fun and funny, when we share them together in community, They enhance all of our lives. And I'm so grateful for the community that is gathered here this morning. And so I invite you into this act of community. Go ahead, Aurora.
Good morning. My name is Neil Richardson, and I'll be reading the offertory words. Offering our gifts to support the work of building inclusive and just communities is one of the many ways that we live into justice and equity together. Some of us have much to give and some have little, and together it is enough. We are enough. To work together for a world where every human can live their best and most authentic self. If electronic giving is your preferred method, or if you are on Zoom, virtual giving options are available via our website, springfielduu.org. Checks with Share the Basket in the memo line and any unlabeled cash today will go toward food costs for the multicultural house meals. The offertory today is You've Got to Be Carefully Taught by Oscar Hammerstein II and Richard Rogers, performed by Eva and the choir.
So I just want to share some of the places or meanings that are shared here on the whiteboard of the water that is now in our shared bowl. Water from Green Bay, the actual bay from a beach. Water from Venice Beach in California. Water of the community. Water from rainwater collected for flowers, Yellowstone Lake family reunions. Water of the last full moon. Waters of home, the meaning of music and friendship from the coast of Oregon, Gulf of Mexico, family bonding, deep water of flowing friendship, water from Lake Norfolk in Arkansas during the total eclipse, water from the heart, going with the flow, water from UU drinking fountain. Water that has come a very long way. Water that is filtered for purity. Water from new and old homes. Water from my well, which grows my vegetables and flowers. Water from the Oregon coast. Water from the Niangua River. Water that carries peace, tranquility, community, and love and friendship. Friends, that is the message today. That this thing that we do is not about me. It's not about the words that I say. It's not about any person in any position. It's about the community coming together in this place to live out our values, to live out our principles, to wrestle with our beliefs, to wrestle with meaning making together. This morning, we launched a new adult RE Spirit in Practice gathering, and we overflowed from the room. And I know that on the other corner of the building, the Seekers room was full too. And there were children in the center area doing their RE. Friends, the thing that we do here is the invitation to life together. It is an invitation to living out our values, to showing up in the public square, to be Unitarian Universalists, which is synonymous with justice seekers and spirit bearers and light shiners. All of those things are a part of who we are and what we do together. And without all of us pouring into this bowl, the water doesn't have any potency. But when we come here and we share of ourselves, when we come here and we wholeheartedly give what we have to give, then this community transforms into something magical and powerful and beautiful. I want to read some words from Reverend Molly Hausch Gordon and Jamila Batchelder. I probably got that wrong, about the strength of water. The strength of water takes on many, many forms, just as each of you has a unique and necessary strength that you bring to our community and to the work of love. Take a moment now to drop down into the deep wellspring of your own spirit and bathe yourself in the strength that is the groundwater of your person. Are you a roaring waterfall wearing rock away with the sheer force of will? Are you a tiny drop of water in a crevice, breaking it open slowly, steadily? Are you buoyant, like a great salt lake practiced at holding others aloft? Are you tenacious, like the mountain stream, finding your way down and around every obstacle you face? Are you still and calm like the pond at daybreak, offering radiant peace by your shores? Are you in touch with hidden depths, pulling from a vast well? Do you soothe like the steam rising from a cup of tea? Do you dissolve away stubborn muck, like water left in a pot to soak? Do you soften and smooth the edges like a creeping fog? Do you clear away distraction like a cleansing rain? Do you roll with the ebb and flow like the ocean waves? Settle your mind upon the strength, the power that is yours. Draw that strength into your heart. Draw it up into your soul. As we gather together the many waters of this community, we need each of your power, each of your resilience, each of your love to make us whole. And so this morning, friends, as we come here and pour our water into this bowl as a ritual of ingathering, this is truly a beginning where we invite each other back home. Some folks in this room have been gone for a little while. Some have been back for a few weeks or a few months or just today. We invite you back home. Some folks are still at the edges of the community. Maybe there has been a difficult conversation, a hurt or a harm, some tension. They don't know if they can engage yet again. We invite you back home. To folks who are wrestling with what they feel about spirituality or religion or the relationship with all of those complicated things. As we explore those things together in community without insisting that anyone believe anything, we invite you back home. For folks for whom home is a difficult concept, we invite you to reframe that and let this be your home. Understanding that as a people who live in covenant together, we will hurt each other. We will say silly things. We will do things that aren't in the best interest of the people that we love and care about. And our sense of covenant together calls us back home, invites us to work through it, to stay at the table and be a community together. And so as we enter into this new year, I want to close with these words from John O'Donohue, who says, "Beginnings often frighten us because they seem like lonely voyages into the unknown. Yet in truth, no beginning is empty or isolated. We seem to think that beginning is setting out from a lonely point along some line of direction into the unknown. This is not the case. Shelter and energy come alive when a beginning is embraced. We are never as alone in our beginnings as it might seem at the time. A beginning is ultimately an invitation to open toward the gifts and growth that are stored up for us. To refuse to begin can be an act of great self-neglect. And so we find ourselves at the beginning of a new church year, a new school year, some of us new jobs, new phases of even retired life. And for that beginning, we invite you home. Blessed be, and amen.
I'm Millie. My pronouns are she and her. I'm a member of the Pastoral Care Circle. Within the theme of invitation, we can discover both expansiveness and a return to challenges. We are invited to extend the love that is hospitality both to strangers and to ourselves. Adrian Rich opined that change is not a threat to our lives, but an invitation to live. May we welcome these invitations as a pathway toward our truest selves. As a community, we share joys and concerns to keep connected. Slips of paper are available at the greeters table for those in the sanctuary to use for joys and concerns. During the week, you may send your joys and concerns by email to pastoralcare@springfielduu.org or by leaving a voicemail on the church phone 417-883-3922. If you're on Zoom, please use the chat box now for sharing your joys and concerns. All of these joys and concerns will be included in the members' email on Tuesday. We honor each joy or concern with a lighted candle, a symbol of the love we as a community offer for each other of these joys and concerns. This morning, Eileen will be lighting the candles. And now, as we begin this time of sharing, know that though we are in multiple physical spaces, we are together in beloved community. To begin, We hold in love all of us, those present and those absent. We light a candle for our church community. We have a joy from Holly. A joy that my husband is doing a lot better after his second chemo treatment. Wonderful. And also a joy for the kind cards and concern of everyone in our beloved community. It has been a great help. A joy from Yomi. It's been 9 months since my last chemo treatment. My CT scan came back clear, and my cancer, test was fantastic. I don't know what the other word was. Her test was fantastic. As of now, I'm clear of the disease. Right. A joy from Steve. My wife, Anne, is well on the road to recovery from COVID. A concern from Becca. Sending concern to a dear friend of the wood burning club for just losing his wife. Okay. A joy from Ava McDonald. I would like to celebrate my wonderful mom, Natalie, who turns 50 this week. She's worked so hard for my family and sacrificed so much. Wishing her the best birthday yet. We light a candle to celebrate Natalie's 50th birthday. Checking on chat here. From Jane. A joy for my sister Sally's 86th birthday, celebrating this week in Ohio. From Barbara Watson. A joy for celebrating 34 years wed to my husband, Harold. We honor the complex and heartbreaking struggles of our world. We light a candle for all who are impacted. In closing, for those joys and concerns that remain unspoken, we light a candle. May we hold each of these in our hearts and minds. May our community of love ease sorrow and boost celebration. While we are in multiple physical spaces, we still share space together here in intentional community. And now let us join together in 1 minute of shared silence, followed by Spirit of Life.
My name is Becca. My pronouns are she and hers. She, her, hers. Today's closing words are by the Reverend Scott Taylor. Go with faith, not the kind that is called to move mountains, but the quieter sort that calls us to take the first step, even when the whole staircase sits beyond our view. And as we move toward the unseen, may we notice that the way unfolds only as we risk traveling it. And may we remember and trust that on this journey, we are never alone. The final hymn today is Here We Have Gathered. It's number 360 in the gray hymnal. Please stand as you wish, and we'll sing this last song together before we dismiss.
Here we have gathered, gathered side by side, circle of kinship, come and step inside. May all who seek here find a kindly word. May all who speak here feel they have been heard. Sing now together this our heart's own song. Here we have gathered, called to celebrate days of our lifetime, matters small and great. We of all ages, women, children, men, infants and sages, feel it what we can. Seek now together this our heart's own song. Life has its battles, sorrows and regret, but in the shadows let us not forget. We who now gather know each other's pain. Kindness can heal us as we regain. Sing now in friendship this our heart's own song.
You're always confused about what to do now, aren't you? So let me talk about that confusion. You can either keep standing or you can sit down, because after we sing the last song, usually we're going to extinguish the chalice, which Eileen's going to come up here and do in just a second. And somebody's going to say a couple words, and then we're going to say our unison closing words. But you can stay however you want in that moment. So Babs, thank you, Babs. Babs is going to remain standing. We will now extinguish our communal and personal chalices. Thank you. And we will close with our unison words on the screen. Our service here is ending. Our service to the world begins anew. Don't forget to gather for coffee and fellowship. Don't forget social action.